As one of my former cadres said at my freshman year at Norwich University, somebody get that kid a helmet. Hey there and welcome to SPG1 Tactical. My name is Dan and this is a night vision series video. If you saw our introduction to night vision and PVS-14 unboxing video last week, then you'll know that this week we're going to talk helmet setups, and specifically how I configured mine. Now, to a certain extent, helmet setups can be very subjective and personal. What may work for person A may not work for person B. And with this in mind, if you have one, please drop your helmet setups and lessons learned in the comments so that others may benefit. And while we're speaking to the comment section, please be sure to like and subscribe and hop over to our Facebook and Instagram for additional content and to be notified of future videos for the night vision series and other tactically oriented media. But back to the dome protector. As I was procuring the pieces and parts for my setup, I had four main areas I was considering: night vision mounting, head protection, hearing protection, and safety or identification. So let's break each one of these topics down, starting with night vision mounting. As you may have seen in the previous video, there's a reason why the standard issue NVG headset assembly is affectionately known as a skull crusher. We also know that it makes you look like you're wearing a dental headset. So a helmet is a logical next choice for mounting your night vision device and provides real estate for other accessories such as counterweights and battery packs, visible light, wire routing, plus it just looks more badass. Then there's the additional benefit of protecting your brain matter, which brings us to topic number 2. No matter what it is you're doing in the dark, visibility is going to be reduced. Under night vision, your field of view goes down to 40 degrees, unless you're rocking super expensive Panovision or dual PVS-14 Pano bridge, but we can discuss those in a future video. The point is, you're going to be running around with limited vision and you may bump your head. Having that extra barrier to guard your dome can be very useful. Now, there are two basic helmet types, bump and ballistic, and they do what their name suggests. Bump helmets are usually made of some type of polymer plastic or carbon fiber and are designed to protect your head from slamming your head into a car door or a tree branch or your mom's basement ceiling. Ballistic helmets are more expensive and heavier, but come with the added benefit of being ballistically rated to a certain level, meaning it can take a limited impact from small arms or spall and ricochets. Bump helmets are the more cost-effective method for starting into night vision, unless you plan immediately on going downrange or building up to taking shoot house courses, which may require a ballistic helmet. Our third topic is hearing protection. This is highly subjective, but when it comes to helmets and hearing protection, I've basically found three options. Option 1, mount the ear probe directly to your helmet. Option 2, get a helmet setup where you can run either a headband or a strap-based setup under your helmet. Or option 3, run some type of in-ear hearing protection. There are pros and cons to each of these setups, and I'm currently running with my hearing protection attached, but I'm always willing to experiment to find what works best for me. So it may not always stay that way. Our last topic is safety, or stated another way, identification. As we stated before, we're playing in the dark with reduced visibility, and there's a good chance there are firearms involved, whether that be hunting or target shooting, or even playing airsoft. So having a method of identifying yourself to others can be very important. Infrared reflective patches or infrared strobes allow others under night vision to see you more easily. As a hypothetical example, you're out on the range shooting with friends and you go downrange to move some targets, but you got to stop and take a leak on your way back. When your friends get back to the firing line and they look downrange, they'll be able to see your strobe and know you're still down there. And hopefully not start shooting yet. Obviously, if you're doing force-on-force work and the opposing force has night vision capability, it may not be a good idea to have your strobe on. But now that we've talked about the four areas I considered when setting up my helmet, I'm going to run through my setup from front to back. So first up is the Night Vision Devices PVS-14 that we unboxed last week. I decided to go with the PVS-14 first because it's arguably the most common and next to digital night vision or PVS-7s, the most cost-effective out of the gate. These things were used extensively throughout the military, so there's a lot of resources and accessories and support. I've got it mounted on my right eye currently because that's my dominant eye, and with my current rifle setup, if I need to go passive aiming, I have a red dot that is on an offset to the right. Next, I've got the Wilcox G24 Mount, which has a breakaway rating. In case your device gets caught on something, it pops off instead of breaking your neck. I kind of went with a buy once, cry once mentality on this purchase because used or new, you're generally looking between $400 and $500. Everything in night vision is crazy expensive, which I guess can be chalked up to supply and demand, government contracts, and probably companies realizing that if you're spending thousands of dollars on the device itself, accessories for a few $100 a piece probably isn't that big a deal. Which leads me to my next item, which is the J-arm and PVS Dovetail adapter. I don't plan on staying with the PVS 14 forever, so it was a hard pill to swallow when the specific J-arm for the Wilcox mount was like $130. Fortunately, there's an adapter piece called the AN PVS 7B that allows you to use your stock J-arm with the Wilcox G24 Dovetail mount. And this thing was like $47. Now that I've attached my device to my helmet, I want to make sure that if the mount pops off or the J-arm accidentally comes loose, that I have some retention. This has two benefits in that it protects the device from falling and stabilizes any loose jiggling that might be happening. I chose to go with the T-Rex Arms SBL NVG lanyard using a key ring as an attachment point. Now, all of this is attached to my OpsCore Fast Bump helmet, which I added some DLP tactical padding to for comfort, and it's wrapped in a cheap multicam one Tigris cover that I use for cable management and some Velcro attachment points. On the front left, I have a Princeton Tech white and red visible light if needed for like map reading or something. And on each side, I currently have an American flag IR reflective patch. And up top, I have an S&S Precision Manta strobe. For hearing protection, I have Peltor Comtac 5s with the Axle rack link adapters for the OpsCore rack arms. And on the back, I have the OpsCore counterweight pouch with a little weight to balance out the helmet. So that's my setup in a nutshell. And as I'm growing and learning in night vision, this may change. But I feel it's a logical and thought out setup that now has me running and gunning in the dark. And before I forget, a word about our sponsors. You know they say the only enemies of guns are rust and politicians. Well, this isn't a political ad, but I can help you with the rust problem. Whether you're a collector, a competitor, or you rely on your firearms for safety, S2S 5-in-1 Gun Lube can help. It's specifically designed to not only clean and lubricate, but also polar bonds to both aluminum and steel, creating a barrier that penetrates into the metal, stopping rust from forming and reduces the amount of carbon buildup. This directly affects the longevity and reliability of your firearms. So if you're in need of a quality solution to keeping your firearms in the best shape for a long time, check out S2S 5-in-1 Gun Lube. Currently available in two application methods, wipes and needle nose liquid applicators. You can find them at s2sgunlube.com, where right now there will be an automatic 10% SPG1 discount applied in the cart at checkout. Get you some. And that is it for this week, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks again for tuning in, and please be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can keep up as the videos come out. Definitely have some cool video ideas in the works. Be sure to hit up s2sgunlube.com for an automatically applied discount in your checkout cart. And until next week, stay safe, stay smart, and stay tactical, my friends.